Welcome back, LEGO builders and Minecrafters, to episode 25 and a half of building Mumbo's base out of LEGO. And now I know I said that the last episode should be the last episode, and I know it's been a while, but in light of my BrickLink order literally taking months to arrive, I have decided that there is enough stuff to do to be deserving of another episode, or at least half an episode. So just to inform you guys, the BrickLink order I'm waiting for has a bunch of parts for building up the chains, so obviously to have a completed version of Mumbo's base, we need those chains. But there are other things that we can do in the meantime. One of those things we can do is build up the waterfalls. So I'll build up the waterfalls, and I'll probably only do the bottom base layer and not like the top section up there, so just the bottom parts. Oh yeah, and you probably noticed that all the wrenches are over there, and I took them down because some of them were falling like backwards, and also to get in and work on the waterfalls and some other parts of the mock, it's a lot easier to do that when the wrenches are down, or rather taken out. So yeah, we have waterfalls to build, we have a design of the chains and like connecting them up to the top there. It's another thing we have to do. And I think I am also going to put in plates behind there. So right there where you can see the red, I think I'm going to put in some gray plates because you can see that red and it does detract a little bit from the look of this mock. So I think I'll probably cover that over with a couple of gray plates. But other than that, I don't think there's too much more to do. There's probably a couple of touch-ups we can do all over the mock. But for now, let's go ahead and jump into a time lapse and build up those waterfalls. Okay, so during that time lapse, one good thing happened, one neutral thing happened, and one bad thing happened. So first off, the bad thing was that I broke another one of the wrenches. So I think you saw that in the time lapse when I was trying to place it over here on the section of the octagon, it fell apart on me, so I have to now fix that again. But the good thing is that I decided to put waterfalls not only on the bottom, but also the top section. And I really like how it turned out. So I have to say a thank you to Techie Builds who wanted the waterfalls, and I have to agree with you, they do look really cool. So I'm glad I went ahead and did them, but as you can see, there are no blue bricks in those sections down there, and that is because I don't have any more of those parts. I actually only have one more left, so it would not be possible with the parts I have now, but I think it looks really cool with just these two. And it almost looks like the water is flowing from the top and then it's like going in through the wrench and then it's flowing out the bottom. And I really like how they turned out. I gave the top sections on both levels there kind of like an overhang, so it's a little bit stuck out more than the water. So the idea behind that is like the water would be flowing out from under that kind of sheet of white, I suppose it'd be metal in this case. So yeah, it'd be flowing out there and then down the rest of the wrench. And you actually see this in some like fancy restaurants or hotels where they kind of have like a water wall or water sheet like flowing down the wall. And then to help sell the idea that the water was flowing, you can see I added in a bunch of these 1x4s and 1x2s, so it kind of looks like it's all falling down. And I really like how it came out. It is quite simple, and it does look very blocky and Minecrafty, but it does have to reminisce a little bit from its Minecraft roots. So I absolutely love how that turned out. And now the last neutral thing that happened is that I have completed the design for the chain connectors up on the top there. So here in studio you can kind of see a rough design of it. The chains connect up to the pillars pretty well. There are a couple of weird gaps, but then again you're gonna get that with Lego. And so now I have all of that designed up. So I've got to look through my collection and find any parts and then order the rest. So another BrickLink order is going to have to be placed. Hopefully it doesn't take as long as the one that is coming right now, but when those BrickLink orders do come, we will do them in the live stream. Now's a good time to talk about the live stream. So you may have noticed that it's been pushed back a couple of Saturdays, and that is obviously because my BrickLink order hasn't arrived. So at this point, I'm just going to keep on postponing or pushing back the live stream to the next Saturday until my BrickLink order arrives. And at this point, I don't even know if it's going to happen in May. It probably will happen in June, but I'm going to have to contact the seller and see if he has like an estimated arrival date on that BrickLink order, because it is taking a ridiculously long time, a lot longer than normal and a lot longer than it should. But yeah, there is a live stream scheduled for some time in the future on a Saturday. Okay, so I know most of you probably want to see the wrenches on the mock over here, but I think I would still like to keep them out just to do like all of the modifications with the tops of the chain connectors there. So we're gonna leave them out for now, but the other thing we have left to do is to cover up those red sections back there with a couple of gray plates. So I suppose let's go ahead and do that now, and if I decide to put the wrenches on the octagon, I guess I'll go ahead and do that as well. So let's jump to the future. Okay, so I decided to put down 2 of the wrenches so then I can still get into the base in the middle, and also I'll probably leave these here to measure out the length of the chains in between this section and the pillar. So yeah, now we have these 2 in place, and actually from this angle you can't actually tell that this wrench has the waterfalls, but it does. You can see them there. Actually, you still can't really see them. So from that angle you can kind of see it, but it is a little bit dark on that side. But you definitely can see the waterfalls over there, and I definitely think it improved the mock, and it does look a whole lot better. And the other thing that I did is place down some gray plates behind the heart. So there you can see there's a gray plate back there and a gray plate back there. So those gray plates kind of cover up all that red and other mess that was there before, so that does look a whole lot better. So overall, I think we're done. There are like a couple of little colorful bricks sticking out, like that blue and pink there, but otherwise I think it's good. And now I can spend a little bit of time covering that up to make sure that there are no weird colors sticking out. But you guys see anything weird or anything that you'd like me to change on this mock, please let me know now so then I know to change it. But yeah, overall I think it's basically done, except for the chains still, because we're waiting for the BrickLink order. Oh yeah, and also I fixed that other wrench that broke, so that's all fixed as well. So here's a little bit more of a far out shot. So make sure if you guys see anything that you would like changed to leave it in the comments so then I know to change it. Oh yeah, and also keep in mind that the lights on both the portal and that second layer are off, so it is going to look a little bit different in the final version, but otherwise please let me know. Oh yeah, and with the BrickLink order that I just placed, I did also order a couple of parts for the chains so that I have a backup plan just in case the other BrickLink order doesn't arrive. Because at this point I am a little bit worried that it might not, as it is coming from Hungary and I've never ordered from there, so I have no idea how fast their shipping normally is. So hopefully this is the last episode, and hopefully that live stream is coming out soon. But if you did enjoy, please leave a like on the video. If you're not subscribed, make sure you do that before you go. And with that said, GigaHertz Productions, out.